Alright, welcome. This is going to be my second Allied placement game for season number 10 against GUNTHER. GUNTHER right now, at the time of the game, was ranked 330th silver as the Axis in AA Online. I've been trying a couple of different strategies. Some new strategies try to improve my Allied gameplay. Some of them have been successful and some of them have been less successful. But we'll see how it goes. So with that, hope you enjoy it. We'll get right to the game. Alright, Russia round 1. We did our standard Russian purchase of 2 tanks and 4 infantry. And we're going to do our standard round 1 attack for Russia, which is the 912. Not a whole lot of variations on Russia's opening round moves. Alright, so we have the 912. Yep. Okay, our combat was absolutely terrible in round 1. We had an average West Russia, but we hit nothing in Ukraine. We hit absolutely nothing. So we're going to give up the Caucasus. That was just absolutely terrible. We're going to fucking lose West Russia next turn, too. This is horrible. That was absolutely horrible. Actually, not that. My God, that's the worst Ukraine I've seen in a long time. But it is what it is, so it's going to be the end of Russia round 1. Wow, that's brutal. Absolutely brutal. End of Russia round 1, and I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round 1. Alright. United Kingdom round number 1. So this is the game that we had the disastrous Ukraine, right? So he took the Caucasus, he took West Russia, because our Ukraine was so disastrous that we basically just gave Germany everything. Germany's purchase was 7 infantry, 2 artilleries, and 2 tanks, which is pretty good. We're going to go ahead and buy 3 fighters for India. And we're going to try to save our India fleet here. So, but as far as this goes, we're going to take our cruiser, our destroyer, our bomber, and we're going to attack the cruiser here. We're going to take 1 fighter and attack this transport there. And that's it. That's all we can attack. Kind of sucks, but that's all we can attack right now. Alright, we lost our destroyer here, which we figured. Our fighter here is going to land back in England. Our bomber is going to land in Russia. We are going to send our destroyer to 34. We're going to send our plane to 30. Send our transport, our other plane, our cruiser, our aircraft carrier. We take these two guys, go over to 30 with our sub and our cruiser. We're going to move this guy over to Western or Eastern Australia. We're going to move this guy over to Egypt and this guy into Trans. Because we're going to have to kill this with Russia, which we don't have a lot of troops to do that with. So I'm not sure how we're going to do that, but we're going to have to do it. And then we're going to move this guy over to Canada and this guy over to C-Zone 1. So we can land them in Scandinavia next turn. This game is kind of sucky because we really had a shitty Ukraine. So it is what it is. Like I said, it's a placement game, so we'll see what happens. But we just had a terrible dice in Ukraine, so that happens. Anyway, that is the end of United Kingdom round number 1. I'll see you guys back for USA round 1. Alright, United States round number 1. So the state of the board here, this is the game where we lost. We had a disastrous Ukraine, and so pretty much the game is almost over. He was able to take the Caucasus with nothing, stack Karelia, and I have very little Russian army left. He did not attack my fleet down here from the UK, but this is the first time I've actually tried this, so I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to go with him next, but we'll see. And he did Pearl, and he had a pretty successful Pearl. So my strategy for this is I'm going to be to try to keep Africa as long as I can, and to try to make in whatever inroads I can and keep Russia alive. But I don't know how we're going to do that, given the fact that we're not going to be able to pressure the back end of Germany very quickly. So anyway, the purchases for this turn, we bought a carrier, another transport, a destroyer, and a sub. That stuff's all going in the Pacific. Pretty much sold out for a KJF. So we're going to try that. So for the combat, we're going to attack Pearl. Okay. We're going to attack Pearl Harbor. We're not going to attack this. We're not going to attack Morocco because he's got a bomber which survived. The Ukraine was absolutely disastrous. We got 2 hits. So everything survived, so he's pretty much well defended here. So pretty much all we can do is Pearl and try to hang on. So that's what we're going to do. Alright. Combat was semi-effective. We killed everything in 53, but made the decision to lose our battleship at the end. Figure the counterattack is just going to kill it. And I didn't want to lose the fighter, so we'll keep the fighter, because we'll land those on the carrier that we're going to throw in 56. So we'll do that. We'll take our cruiser, go down to 22. Our destroyer down to 22. We'll take the tank and artillery. 2 guys. we'll go down to 22 and drop them in Brazil. And we'll take one fighter. Where do you want to move the fighter? If you throw it in Africa, we'll throw it in Canada. We'll move this guy back. We're going to take these two guys and move them into Kazakh and take the fighter, throw it up into Russia. Really, I don't see what else we can do. We've been dealt a pretty bad hand, so. Alright, we're going to throw the aircraft carrier in the destroyer and the sub over in 56. We're going to throw a transport in 11 and a guy and an artillery over in 11. I'm sorry, in the eastern United States. And that's going to conclude United States round number 1. Alright, Russia round number 2. So again, the state of the board is not great for us. The only thing we can really do is try to stave off Germany as long as possible. So we're going to attack Western Russia with 4 guys and a plane. And we're going to attack Caucasus with... Hold on. I did this wrong. Okay, 4 guys in a plane, and we're going to attack. We should have 3 guys there. Alright. Never mind, I'm doing this wrong. Alright. Okay. Alright, 4 guys in a plane are going into West Russia, and 3 guys and a plane are going into the Caucasus. And we just got to hope that we get a lot of hits. Even though Germany's just going to counterpunch, but it is what it is. Alright. Combat was not great. West Russia was really good. We lost 1 unit. But we couldn't get 2 hits before they got 3 hits in the Caucasus. So that did not go very well. But again, we are kind of behind the 8 ball here, so we got to do something. And the problem is now he can build stuff here, so... Man, that was bad. Okay, it is what it is. Really bad, though. Alright, that's it for Russia round number 2. I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round 2. Alright, round 2 for United Kingdom. So essentially this game is over. Our Ukraine was so bad, it's pretty much checkmate. And because when I tried to take the Caucasus, I should have just sacrificed a plane to take it. So he couldn't put the 4 infantry there. I don't know, I just brain farted. I don't know what I was thinking, keeping the plane, but I don't think that Russia's going to last one more turn, and if they don't, obviously the game is over. So I'm not going to see how this UK strategy would have evolved. I went ahead and decided I can put a fleet in C-Zone 7 now, so I went ahead and bought aircraft carrier and a destroyer to throw up in C-Zone 7. And a couple units for India. And then for our attack, we're going to take Transjordan back. And I'm debating whether or not to use my fighters on this fight. I guess I can use the bomber. Maybe I'll just use the bomber. Alright. Thought about also taking one of the money islands, which we probably should do. But the counter is with so many planes. Bombers, fighters. I can block the battleships, but this is not going to be enough to withstand, so we're not even going to try that. So I'm at kind of a loss. Because I think it is a loss. But we're going to play it out. It shouldn't last too much longer. So we're going to take this. And I think we'll fly the fighters. We'll fly the fighters to Russia to save them. All right. See, what about these fighters here? Nope, I don't think they can do much. All right. Alright, we did what we wanted to do. We took trans. We'll fly our bomber back to Russia. We're going to fly these 3 planes up to Russia. We're going to take our fleet here. And we're going to move it to C-Zone 35. And we're going to move these fighters into C-Zone 7. We're going to move... Actually, we don't even have to move that yet if we're going to do landings in Norway. But if you want to do landings anywhere else... Actually, you know what? Let's do it. Wait a minute. I got to load it up first. Alright. I think that's it. Not a lot of options for United Kingdom. Really not a lot of options because we had such a miserable Ukraine. It really killed us. But, like I said, we're going to play it out. So we're going to throw an aircraft carrier in 7 or destroyer in 7. A couple more units for India. And we'll see how that goes. Obviously, this is not ideal. None of it's ideal, really, but we just had a miserable round 1, so we're just trying to recover. Alright, that'll do it for UK number 2. I will see you guys back for USA round 2. Alright, United States round number 2. So the state of the board is, because of our disastrous round 1 for Russia, we're really behind the 8 ball. And I don't really think there's any coming back from this. This is an interesting move here to counter this little navy here. This is going to completely wipe this out, so I'm going to probably have to move this into the Med. If it goes that far, because if Germany takes Russia round 3, I'm going to forfeit. So Probably. So anyway, for my purchases, I just went ahead and bought another transport, a sub, an aircraft carrier, and 2 tanks. All the stuff's going to go in the Pacific. And we're going to try to... get him to pull this Navy back. See if we can do anything with Japan. But as it turns out, we don't really have any combat. So we're not going to do any. Alright, for the non-com, we're going to take all these troops here. Go down here, drop them into Africa. This stuff's going back up to Sea Zone 10. This transport's going to Sea Zone 1. These guys are going to go to Canada. Let's see here. These guys are going to get on the transport. We're going to take them up to Alaska. We're going to take these guys all up to 64. And we're going to move those guys back. Actually, no, we'll move that guy that way, and this guy will go down there. That's fine. And then in Asia, our 2 guys are going back into Russia. I have a feeling this is going to get wiped, but pretty much a very short move for America, but I don't have a lot of options here. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. Alright, we should be okay. Alright. Aircraft carriers going in 56. Transports going in 56. Submarines going in 56. And the 2 tanks are going into Western United States. Alright. So it's pretty horrifying. We're going to try to make an attempt, I guess, for a Scandinavian shuck here with England and America in round 3, like I said, unless Russia falls this turn. So, anyway, that does it for America round number 2. Alright, Russia round 3. So we are in a tremendously bad way here. And I think the only way is to just take risks. So we're going to... Our purchase was simple. 5 infantry and an artillery, because that's all the money we had. We're going to take 4 of those. 1 tank. 1 artillery. And 1 of the fighters. We're going to attack Archangel, and then we're going to take 6 guys. 1 tank. 1 artillery and the other fighter, and attack West Russia. And that's it. That's going to be our attack, and hopefully this works out. Because I don't see anywhere else we can go. So, and we have to fight to the bitter end. We cannot, we can't retreat. Well, we'll have to look. If they have like 1 unit left, but I still think we have to go for broke and not retreat. So, alright. That's going to be it. Let's see what happens. Wow, unlikely on both. Alright. Alright, so that's pretty much the game. He can attack Russia overwhelmingly. With Germany. So we're going to see what happens. Obviously, if he takes it, we are going to forfeit the game. And it seems pretty likely that we're going to lose Moscow this turn. We succeeded in Archangel and we failed pretty miserably in West Russia. Which we attacked with more stuff, but it was just kind of ridiculous. But it is what it is. Again, so see what happens after Germany's turn. Maybe time to throw in the towel, but we'll have to see. That will be it for Russia round 3, and I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round 3 or the wrap up. All right, United Kingdom round 3. This is the game we lost already. Like I said, I'm going to play until Russia falls. So he started bombing United Kingdom, which is kind of hilarious. But anyway, repaired that. Our purchase was simple. 2 more transports so we could fill them. 1 infantry and a couple of... And that's and a destroyer. And then we're going to do some shenanigans over here just to see what's going on. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this artillery and 1 guy. We're going to go to 37. We're going to land there. We're going to bombard. And try to take that. Then we are going to go... We're going to take, let's see here. We'll take 2 of these. Go here. Land in Transjordan. Take the other cruiser, bombard over there. We're going to take our fighters and attack Persia. The rest of our infantry and attack Persia. Our bomber and attack Persia. Our other 3 fighters and attack Persia. And we're going to leave those there. Man, our aircraft carrier will go... I don't know. We'll figure that out too. And that... Oh yeah. I'm going to take an artillery and an infantry. Go up to 3 and drop them here in Finland. Take our fighters and attack Finland. And that'll be it for that. Alright, I think that's it. Alright, let's see here. Maybe we need our fighters over here. Let's do 1 fighter there and 1 fighter there. And we'll move our aircraft carrier down here. See if we get a better estimation. Alright. Alright. Alright, here we go. Actually, we're going to leave our destroyer here. Let's remove the Americans ones up there. So, alright. Not a whole lot to do, but we did what we could. This is going to be ugly here. Anyway, let's finish up the... and I made a mistake. Since I brought the plane over here to East Indies, I should have brought the artillery over here to Transjordan. Because once I dropped off my guys and the bombardment didn't hit, I had nothing else. It was just ones, and ones suck on attack, so... Alright, so let's put the 2 transports and the destroyer and the infantry all in England. Alright, that will do it for United Kingdom round number 3, and I'll see you guys back for USA round 3. Alright, welcome back. This is the end of the game. I went ahead and forfeited, so this is the game where we had a disastrous Ukraine to start the game. And I looked at the board. There were a couple of moves I could have done. I could take Norway with the United States. But looking at the overall game, there was just no way for me to come back. I did not see a path to victory. And rather than drag it out, I know Gunther is playing for ranked. I don't want to drag it out for no reason. So I went ahead and forfeited. Obviously, lessons learned from this game. You have to take Ukraine if you're Russia. So you got to go all out for Ukraine no matter what. You take it. Whatever units are left over or whatever units, you just don't retreat. You go for broke in Ukraine, because if you don't, it just makes it too easy for the Germans to set up to get Russia. So once that was done, I really didn't have much of an opportunity to push him back. So my thanks to Gunther. Hopefully he does well in ranked. And that's going to conclude the game. I'll see you guys back for another video.